Sometimes life gets hard. We find ourselves in places that feel unreal, overwhelming, or too heavy to carry. Even meeting our most basic needs can feel like a struggle. But in the forest and the meadow, in the warmth of sun, the shelter of trees, the rhythm of soil and sky, we're reminded the world still gives. Food, warmth, light, and life surrounds us. And when we pause to notice, our sense of abundance begins to grow. We can build a home even in what looks like ruins. And sometimes the simple hope of what might come next sparks a quiet joy within. Hello and welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I'm Eiymii. I love gardening in real life and in games, and I've just discovered Vintage Story. As I begin this new world, I feel called to film the journey. I've never played before, so I'll be learning as I go, making mistakes, probably a few awkward ones, but I welcome your wisdom if you feel led to share. I've turned off rifts and temporal stability. I don't enjoy killing to survive. I'd rather grow my food, live with the land, and find peace with the wild. This is a slow, peaceful playthrough. Mods are listed in the description below. I hope to post an episode each week, and for now, I'll be keeping the gameplay mostly quiet. If you'd prefer more voiceover throughout, let me know in the comments. If this sounds like your kind of pace, feel free to like, subscribe, and follow along. Before we begin, I invite you to slow down, to slow your breath, and to ground yourself. This series can be watched as a quiet story or as a meditative space. In my own life, I've learned that our thoughts and our words matter. They shape the way we see, how we feel, and even our future. So here are a few words or thoughts you're welcome to carry with you as you watch or listen. In the wild, I find life. In the ruins, home. May it meet you where you are. Now, words equipped and heart ready. Let's go see what this world has to offer, and if we can find that place called home. I can't explain what or why, but suddenly I found myself in a strange land in a strange time. And I knew immediately I had to act fast if I was going to survive. And I had to be careful. Not everything I would find would be beneficial. Those elderberries that I saw, for example, would they help or hurt? They looked ominous, so I left them alone. I gathered rocks and sticks, the beginnings of my first tools, a crude knife and axe. Luckily, the flint was workable. I could use one stone to nap another. Storage would be an issue, and I began to gather cattails. Their strong fibers would let me craft baskets. That would be enough for now. Thankfully, I learned these skills on the farm growing up. I worked quickly and quietly. A squirrel scampered by, or was it a chipmunk? Seeing them brought me reassurance. If they could survive in this strange land, then so could I. My goal for the day was clear: enough reeds to make 4 baskets, and then as much as I could carry. I needed to take care of the basics: food, warmth, light, and a place to stay the night. I was thankful for what I did have: my clothes, thin as they were, a straw hat, and a map that seemed to generate as I walked. I could mark locations. This would help. I marked my entry point when I began, and I began to note other places of interest as well. Then I spotted it. Among the redwood, what appeared to be a ruined mine entrance. Hope. Boards, a ladder descending into the dark recesses of earth, an invitation for another day. That fear would have to wait. I marked the site and wondered, could this be home? The aged wooden floorboards still seemed sturdy. They could be reclaimed. But there was no roof, and it was raining. I left the mine to search for something better. I found no overhang though, no shallow cave, and night was falling fast. I spotted a white wolf. She faced away. She didn't see me, but I know she smelled me. I backed away slowly and returned to the ruined mine. I sit by the fire. The fruit, it's good. The fire, warm. The light, a shield against that awful darkness. The rain, a soft rhythm to fall asleep to. I'm alone, but I feel accompanied, quietly witnessed by something beyond. I am quiet, grateful. Here, I've found home.